Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is January 15, 2024. Here is another daily analysis. So we had market close today for US stock market. However, future market was open due to Martin Luther King Day. So we had just a holiday today. This is a new holiday in US calendar. So that's why US stock market was closed, but futures market, as I said, was open. So we will have earnings coming this week and next. It's just the beginning of the earnings season, and financials are going to report tomorrow as well. So we will have big names coming, and we are going to cover those names in this video. Morgan Stanley, Interactive Brokers, PNC Financials, and also Goldman Sachs. They will have interesting chart. Make sure watch this video completely. This is going to be a short edition today, so it's not going to be a too much. S&P 500 a daily chart. So as I said, a market was closed, but daily chart shows red day today, as it was just pretty light volume in future market, as I said. And right now, we are just getting back to that downside. Right now, actually today was a doji bar, but right now future market is kind of like getting to the red day. So if we get below this pivotal point, which is 47.50, then we should say market is gonna just accelerate to the downside to this pivotal point, at least to have a fair amount of support, some kind of like a 46.80. That's going to be the area for the market to just hold up. If it doesn't hold up, which I believe it doesn't, can go to the choppy, sloppy consolidation, going down to 45.24 to 45.80 for a good reversal. Potential scenario is going to be a February, early February. That's going to be interesting. But again, earnings season is going to be a volatile, so just be careful of the market right now. Market is in a very, very choppy consolidation right now. Moving on to Nasdaq, it's kind of like at the same format, but I believe Nasdaq accelerating to downside already. So this is a 4 hour chart. As you see here, Nasdaq is coming down nicely. So if we get below this, we are going to go all the way down to this pivotal point, which is going to be this demand area tested once. This is going to be a 16,500 to 16,600. That's going to be the level that I think market will have a nice support here. Also, we've got this supply area which broke into the downside, create this nice demand area. So this demand can have another fair amount of support, at least to make some kind of like a choppy consolidation, big swings for the next 2-3 weeks, at least for 4 hours. But obviously, if it goes below this demand, it can go all the way down to this pivotal point, and I see kind of like a more kind of like a downside move all the way to here for interesting level, which is going to be a 15,600 to 15,000, actually 16,000 area. This is going to be the higher limit, and 15,700. That's going to be the area that I'm looking for. Nasdaq ultimately to give us a nice buying opportunity, which can happen February, March. So we will see how it goes. Moving on to US 30, which is Dow Jones. I believe this one is already getting ready for top information, especially for the financials. So we can see some kind of like acceleration to the downside. Shouldn't be surprised at all. So this one can go all the way down, ultimately to 35,000 to 36,300. That's the area that I'm looking for in daily chart for fair amount of support. This is a nice demand area, breakout level. So we should see how it goes. Moving on to gold, which kind of like a beneficiary of the geopolitical tensions. Right now, it's just consolidating after nice breakout on Friday. And I think this is just a consolidation. It can just form a bull flag for the next rally to the upside to 2090. That's going to be the level that I'm looking for gold. And moving on to crude, crude which had negative day today. That's interesting. Again, crude cannot go above this pivotal point, which is the $76. So 76 is very, very important. I mentioned many times that 76 is kind of like an important pivotal point. We just got into pretty close to 76 for on Friday's session, but today we just got another doji. We can just if it goes to this triangle again, we can find a fair amount of support. This compression is very, very interesting. Either way, breakout could be very, very aggressive and spicy. It can go all the way up to 80, or it can go all the way down to 61, which I kind of like have inclination to go to the downside. So lots of geopolitical tensions, but look at the crude. Crude doesn't react properly, even after lots of like tensions in the Red Sea, Houthis and missiles, and Iran got involved recently with the missiles to some kind of like Iraq platforms. But we don't see any movement on the crude, which means still tensions are not that fragile. Moving on to some stocks for today, tomorrow actually. PNC is gonna be the first one, and if you just look at the weekly, let me go to weekly chart because that's interesting. So weekly chart tells us we are pretty close to actually we got reversal last week on this important supply area. So even earning tomorrow, I don't know if it's gonna just short squeeze, then coming back down, or kind of like a continuation for this reversal last week, and it can go all the way down to 140. So that's based on the chart. If we didn't have, just imagine we wouldn't have earning tomorrow, what would be your position? Obviously short, right? So you're not looking for a breakout to the upside. You're looking for kind of like a short. It's kind of like a multi-VIX consolidation, breakout to the downside. This is just the first reaction. We can see some kind of like a pullback, at least to this breakout level for this nice W pattern. So without earning, our bias is on the short side. So this is the first chart, PNC. The next chart is, let me go to Morgan Stanley or Goldman Sachs. Actually, Interactive Brokers is the next. So look at Interactive Broker, IBKR, pretty big broker firm. Look at this formation. So this is a nice head and shoulder, and we got into a reversal point. Regardless if this pattern is going to trigger to downside all the way here or not, but we are at a very, very nice area for kind of like a pullback to the downside. So again, weekly chart tells us we are at the pivotal point. Look at the momentum here. Momentum is in pretty interesting area, and we are just getting see another a potential bear reversal to the downside this week. So we should see, even if tomorrow gaps up, it can have like a fail gap up and going down. So this is another one. So that's why I'm saying be careful, because all charts are kind of like they are similar pattern. They're just forming on the short side. And also Goldman Sachs here is another one after big swing to the upside. So look at this. This is a pretty classical supply demand. This is a demand, nicely reacted, got into pretty close to this pivot. Nice surge to the upside since October, November bottom. And right now we got again into this important pivotal point, which is a weekly pivotal point. And last week we got reaction. Again, we can go all the way down, at least to test this top, this breakout, which is going to be 3,350 area. That could be a possible scenario. Again, another chart for a bear reversal for tomorrow's earning. And also the next one, or the last one, is going to be Morgan Stanley. So Morgan Stanley, look at this one. First of all, look at the momentum. Momentum is pretty nice, showing a bear reversal. And where are we at here? We're just getting into important trend line, which had a confirmation on Friday. So Friday candle, we got a bear reversal. So this is a weekly chart. Momentum is bearish. Price action wise, we are at a very, very nice pivotal point. So we should see some kind of like a reaction to that pivotal point. I don't know, again, about the earning. Probably one earning is going to be positive, the other one is negative. But based on the chart and based on the technical analysis that we have, despite of earning, we have kind of like a short opportunity or kind of like a bearish inclination for the chart. At least bias supposed to be on the downside based on technical. We will see how it goes tomorrow, but based on these charts, I should say Dow Jones and market overall could be in a negative, a bear side tomorrow based on the chart and based on the earning. We don't know yet, so we will see how it goes. This is a short edition. I believe I covered everything. Again, tomorrow, next days or next weeks could be very, very spicy and volatile. Just buckle up, be careful, and see you on the chart. Have a fantastic evening. Bye-bye.